All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of
Candid
Candid
Cleaning
Cleaning Conversations.
Conversations.
And
Oh, yeah.
today we're going to be talking all about leaving a legacy behind.
Yes.
Okay. You know what? I feel like this is an important topic that really doesn't get talked about. Um, I decided to talk about this today was because we was actually sitting back watching Michael Jackson.
Yes.
And we was watching an episode. I think it was a movie or something we were watching,
On
and I was like,
Lifetime.
yeah, I was like, man, this man
Mm-hmm.
came here and he was literally he has a legacy ever since he was 5 years old, dropping hits since you 5 years old.
Right.
I think he died in his 50s or something like that. But here's the thing: his music will always live forever. You know, his family is they set up. You know, as far as their for generations. All it takes is for one of the grandkids or one of the cousins or something. If you say
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jackson, your cousin, you might be able to write a book and blow up just because of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? You might be able to do a song, and then just because you are in the bloodline somewhere, be able to get some sort of success off of that man's success, man.
Right.
And that's what leaving a legacy is all about. I this is something that I always think about as far as what I'm building for my family,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like everybody that's starting a cleaning company, starting a business in general, should be thinking about it. Like your legacy. I literally know people that have came here on this earth
Mm-hmm.
that has left this earth, and you don't know nothing about them. What they didn't get to either fulfill their dreams, or they just didn't make a strong enough impact for the world to really.
Know
and,
who
and
they
then
are.
you ain't gotta do it big like Michael Jackson, but um it don't have to be like that, but as far as creating generational wealth, that long money, to where the stuff you doing right now, your grandchildren's children's gonna be able to eat off of it. That
Right.
is the legacy that I'm talking about. You understand where I'm coming from?
Absolutely. Like when I pass, I want to have people talking about me. Of course, they're gonna be talking good and bad. People just do what they do. But I completely get that because you want to leave something for everybody. You want them to see like you did make a difference within the world. You might can't change everybody, but the fact that you can change one person and make that one person smile, that means everything. So I
Right.
completely understand when you say building a legacy because I definitely want to build that with my family as well.
Really, really. I mean, think about Beyonce,
Mm-hmm.
Rihanna's of the world. You know what I mean? Like the stuff that these people.
Mm-hmm.
I literally be sitting down like looking at. I get my inspiration from this, from looking at the old stuff that they did when they weren't nobodies,
Mm-hmm.
when they were nobodies.
Mm-hmm.
They were working their ass off, man. They were doing team no sleep all day. I've seen her on a treadmill with some heels on running,
Okay.
you know, just nonstop. And then you listen to the interviews, how motivated they are, how man they really came and made this strong impact on the world, man. And they was dominant,
Yeah.
and I take that as inspiration, and I bring that drive into my world.
Yeah.
Like, some of you guys, you might feel like you're not getting the success that you want. You're not
Mm-hmm.
finding any leads, or no one doesn't know about your cleaning company. You're not getting to the money like you want to. Think about, what are you doing? I always ask people, what are you doing? What are you
And
doing?
half of them say, well, nothing. Well, that's why you don't have
How much
anything.
of it are you doing? They might say cold calling, but you got to think about it. You have to really be dominant. Like, you calling 10 people a day is really not enough. You hiring a cold
Mm-hmm.
caller to call 100 people a day is a stronger impact. That's what I'm talking about. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You posting every day on Instagram, it ain't enough. But you running ads, $1,000 ad campaign a month, Now you're making an impact. Now you're able to touch 5,000, 10,000 people at one time.
Yeah,
You
not
know,
only that, you need to know your target audience because you don't want to be spending all this money and you market into a dead crowd.
right,
And a lot
right.
of people are doing that marketing to a really dead crowd.
Right, right. So you definitely have to really check your analytics and all that techie stuff. But I'm doing this interview, well, this podcast today, all about building a legacy. I love to bring up Chick-fil-A, how Chick-fil-A has a legacy and they're able to pass down from
Hmm.
generation to generation because he passed it down to his son, and his son was able to take the company and grow it past whatever he grew it to, the numbers, grow the numbers past what the daddy did,
Hmm.
you know. And when I look at their stories, I'll be like, man, whew, that's where I get my inspiration from. That's how I'm able to get up every morning and I'm like, listen, I have to do it. I have to touch some lives. I have to help some people. You know what I mean? And it's
Hmm.
not all about money in the beginning. Just help people, man. Just
Yeah.
help people, man. Get to where they need to be. That's it. And the money will come later. I
Right.
feel it. Everything else will just slowly start, falling. The cards will fall the way they're supposed to fall, in the future or whatever. But just go out there, be dominant, help as many people as you can, and really put the word out there on your business.
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, be dominant, y'all.
Right.
I'm talking putting flyers out there. I'm talking be creative too. Be creative. Like if I just drove and seen a digital sign. So I'm asking my assistant, hey, get that number to that big digital sign because we gonna be up there. We
Hmm.
gonna be up there on that sign. The hell with that. I see they got lawyers up there and all that stuff. Tenacity Clean need to be on that digital sign, man.
Okay, y'all, they
You
even
know,
got digital backpacks where you can actually put your commercial and you can wear it like a legitimately backpack. You
right.
gotta get creative. Get those QR codes. Put the QR codes. People put them on your shirt. Put them. I mean, come on, get a bag.
Put
Put
them
them on
on
your
your sleeve.
bag.
Put a QR code on your sleeve, and
I
whenever
mean,
somebody asks about your cleaning company, boop, let them scan the QR code. I seen somebody do that on Instagram. I thought that was a brilliant idea because
right.
I put the QR code on my purse. Or I got like a handbag, and I
Okay.
put a big ass QR code on it. Yeah, if you ask, boom, you can scan it. It'll work.
Hello.
Okay, like get creative, get dominant, and
Okay.
really, really put your business out there. I see business owners all the time. It just sounds like they're scared in the beginning to talk to people. You
I mean,
know,
that's okay, and that's to be
I was like
expected.
that in the beginning.
Because you might feel like they might be competition. You might, when you first start something, you don't want to look bad. So that's probably why people don't say too much because they don't want to look a certain type of way. But I mean, all in
Scary
all,
money don't
don't
make
be,
no money.
don't, that's true. But you don't want to be scared. You know what I mean? Because you just never know who you networking with, and they might can help you. You know what I mean? Because a lot of
Right.
people don't know how to talk. Their speech might be off. They may not know the proper words to speak. They might know what to say, but far as how to go from speaking or how they're speaking, because me, I got my little layman terms of how I speak.
Right.
Come
And
you,
me too. I know I don't have the best terminologies. Listen, I always tell people I'm a high school dropout. It ain't like I went to Harvard and all that. Like, but I am who I am and I speak how I speak. And people,
right
you like it, you don't listen to us, okay? But the most important thing is I didn't let that stop me.
at
I
all.
didn't say, you know what, I didn't graduate. I don't have the best terminologies and how to explain stuff and stuff. So I'm just gonna not do this.
Hmm.
Forget all that. All
Okay.
right, I'm gonna do this. I don't care who likes it, who don't like it. If you rocking with it, good. If you rocking with me, if you're not, good,
Go ahead and tell them people, look, go ahead and
good.
decide now that you don't like
I
me.
want you to decide
Okay?
right now.
Because I need to continue to do what I'm trying to do to build a legacy for me and my family. Period.
Right,
Okay.
exactly. So some of us we talk ourselves out of a good thing all the time. I
Right.
see it happen all the time to business owners. We talk ourselves out of a good thing. Me, you're looking at someone, 5 kids, three baby daddies. I did not do it the way I was supposed to do it. I had all these kids out of wedlock. I don't have the perfect background. I come from the hood.
Mhm.
Okay, food stamps, welfare. I
Mhm.
always tell my story on how, I didn't have anything, but I jumped out on faith with this, and all I had was tenacity. I'm like, listen, we're gonna get the word out. The hell with that. People gonna
Okay.
know about tenacity plenty. And that I really want to leave a legacy. And I get my inspiration from listening to them old songs. Aretha
Yeah.
Franklin. You know what I
I'm gonna tell
mean?
you.
Like,
I'm gonna tell you. I constantly look at what is it? AGTV, America's Got Talent. Like that is my favorite show. I'm always looking at them, getting inspiration from them because
right,
it's like you never know somebody else's situation. You
right,
might think your situation is terrible. Like man, as an entrepreneur, you might be like, dang, I ain't out here doing this. Like you were saying earlier, I can't get this and I can't get that. But you not even trying. You got people out here. It was one episode I seen on AGTV. It was a guy, and I think his name was Corey,
mm,
and he was artistic and he was blind. He
mm,
came into the competition, played the piano. People were thinking that he was going to sound awful, but when he started to speak, it shocked everybody. And
right,
now he took it all the way to the end, and he won that thing. Check him
yeah,
out. He's on there. But
yeah,
just like this, entrepreneurs, you have to get out there. You might be blind. You know what I'm saying? Of what to expect. You don't even know what you're going to expect. But
right,
at the same time, you still got to have courage. This boy, blind, autistic, but was
hmm
able to get in front of millions of people
and
and still
rock the
do it.
stage.
You know what I
That
mean?
boy could sing, girl.
Okay,
I
that's all we
seen it.
gotta do.
Yes, yeah. I mean, they had a lot of people. One girl, she was burnt.
Oh God, yes.
You know what I mean? Her face was all, it was messed up from the burns, but she could sing. And
Right.
see, she didn't let that stop her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, imagine how it is waking up and seeing your face like that, man.
Yeah.
Every day, it got to be heartbreaking. But like I say, either those hard times are going to bring you up and you're going to do something about it and you're going to
Right.
fight, or it's going to take you down
Right.
and you're going to fall into a depression
Mm-hmm.
and drugs and low vibrational shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's always somebody out there that's not doing so well, that you're doing way better than. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but you got to think about it, man. Y'all got to think about it. Y'all got to put in more work.
I
Put in more
mean,
work ethic, man, towards what you're doing. Even me, I feel like sometimes I ain't doing enough.
me too. I be feeling like, wait a minute, what did I accomplish today? Matter of fact, because there's only 24 hours in the day. However, you don't have 24 hours to work because depending on if you have, family, if it's other things you got to take care of. I mean, you have to use your time management well. I cannot stress that enough to do everything. And you ever feel the fact that you like, dang, wait a minute, I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't know what I'm forgetting.
I'm
Is
forgetful all the time. I have to ask you what the hell is going on, man. And then I have to keep those digital notes in my phone, because without my calendar and my digital notes, I'm screwed because I have so much going on. I need my calendar. I need to be able to look at my notes,
hmm
and I need to be able to focus. All right, I need to focus. That's how I'm just all about technology right now for me.
yes,
But I have created a vision board out of this world. Look at the vision board every day. I highly recommend you guys to create a vision board to look at,
yes,
and don't set your don't settle for less. This is another thing that I had to do. I had to not settle for the regular. I remember when I was in the projects, I just wanted to get out of the projects and get a regular house,
hmm
3 bedroom.
hmm
Period. I didn't care about it being the best looking house. I just wanted to get out of the hood, right? And I had a mindset shift on that.
hmm
I told you about my mindset shift, how I was like, you know what? If God said that I can have whatever I want and I can create the lifestyle that I want,
hmm
then why would I settle for just that? Why
yeah,
not get something that I really, really want? So I started thinking about stuff that I really, really want. I was like, shit, I ain't gonna settle for a 3 bedroom. I need a 5 bedroom
right,
because I have 5 kids.
yeah,
Okay. And well, all my teenagers ain't gonna be living with me and stuff like that. They got their little lives and all that stuff. But I say all that to say, still our parents are getting older. They're gonna need somewhere to go. So I'm thinking future wise, I need like a 5 or 6 bedroom. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So I started to have a mindset shift in what I really truly wanted in life. And
Mm-hmm.
once you have that mindset shift, don't settle for less at all.
You can.
Get what you really truly need and what you want out of life. And
Right.
then let that be the goal. Don't settle for, okay, I'm just gonna get this because I feel like, I ain't gonna get nothing too expensive and I ain't gonna get it. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, this is what I want. I know it costs 500,000. All right, so that's what I'm gonna go after.
Right. So it's very
That's what I
important, you
want.
guys. Do you think that if everybody come, everything that's going on right now started out with an idea and a vision? You have to think about everything that we drive past, everything that we walk past. Everything was a vision and a dream. It
Right.
was an idea. So do you think if all these people would have stopped and said, "Oh my gosh, I got to worry about what somebody got to say," they wouldn't be, we wouldn't have half of the stuff that we have right now.
Right.
I know I take great inspiration from Whitney Houston. I'm so sorry. Like, you guys, like, I understand the whole, allegations and what it is, but her just as a person inspires me every single day. Because for her to go within her Christianity of what she was and to break loose from that, and she knew that it was something deeper that she wanted to do, but she wanted to build a legacy. That was her main thing, and she always wanted to make her mom proud. Me, per se, I just look at the whole thing like an entrepreneur. Don't worry about what people have to say. Continue to do what you have to do to make it to the next level, because you have to understand with every new level, it's going to be a new devil. You're going to have to fight really, really hard to get to where you're trying to go. But understand that at the end of the day, that legacy going to outweigh everything, because nobody, listen, it don't matter. They're going to know your name. They might not know your name right now, but I'm telling you, they going to know your
Make
name.
them
Make them.
know your name. Okay,
Okay.
work so hard to where you don't have to introduce yourself no more.
Right.
All you have to do is walk in the building and they're gonna know your name.
Right.
Okay, like you say Whitney Houston, I say Mike. That's my dude right there. Cause I'm like, golly, his legacy was off the chain. But
Yeah.
another thing I didn't like about his legacy, I'm gonna say, is when you Google his net worth, I think his net worth should have been in the billions.
Hmm.
Cause how the hell you was you? But we all know the record labels, they take your money, they do you dirty,
Hmm.
But I thought that his net worth should have been in the billions for
Hmm.
you to have that many hits.
Hmm.
Like, that's crazy, man. I just feel like his net worth should have been billions.
I feel you. I feel you. I love Michael Jackson. Rest in peace.
But still, he
For
still
both of
left a
them.
legacy behind, bro. He left
Yeah.
a crazy legacy behind.
Right.
And I just look at all that as inspiration. I listen to the songs, I listen to the older, songs of people that were here that's not here anymore, and they just left a big impact on the world. And that's a part of where I get my motivation from in the morning time. That's where I get it from. Like, yeah, I
Hmm.
got to leave a legacy behind.
Yes.
You know?
I don't know. Like, I think I chose Whitney as my inspiration because she hits my heart chakra. A lot of the
Mm-hmm.
things that she experienced, besides the allegations,
Mm-hmm.
is a lot of things that I experienced. Just growing up with everything with the Christianity coming out, and you want to do something because you're going against the grain.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
that's my whole story. And then you know being naive to a lot of situations. That's
Mm-hmm.
definitely me, because I grew up being naive to a lot of situations, and being hit with a lot of things, and you not really realizing what's going on. Now you're pressured to do certain things. So I think that's why I chose Whitney as my inspiration, because that girl can sing,
She could
sing, sing.
sing. Okay. She
Okay.
left. She left a impeccable freaking. If I watch one more Whitney Houston movie, I mean, man, they making so much money off of Whitney. It
I
don't make no
mean,
sense.
yeah,
But legacy goes back to that legacy,
yeah.
that you're leaving behind. So I think you guys got on drift on this podcast. It's
Hmm.
all about leaving a legacy behind. I want to inspire you guys to leave a legacy behind for your cleaning business. Okay,
Please.
just think big. When you start thinking big and thinking legacy,
Hmm.
you get your ass up out of bed. That's what
Okay.
happens. You start thinking legacy, you like, man, I can't just sit here and watch Netflix today. I
Okay.
gotta work.
Talk to
I
me
gotta
now.
figure something out. I gotta get out here and pass some flyers out. I gotta get out of here and figure out what a CRM program is. I gotta get out here and hire some VAs. I gotta
Okay.
get out here and buy some magnets and put on the side of my car. I gotta buy me some t-shirts. I gotta get out here and get to work.
Preach,
I want to
girl.
leave a legacy behind.
Right.
I'm not playing no games. The world needs to hear about my cleaning company.
I know that's right. So
You
you
know,
guys do as much as you can for as many as you can, as long as you can.
right?
Shout out.
All right, all right. So that is all we have to say for this podcast. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe down below if you're looking at us on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and leave some reviews if you are listening to the podcast. All right. So until the next episode, we are out of here. Peace.